Cousins, do I have a treat for y'all this morning? One of the cousins, I'm trying to remember which one. Is it Ruth or Rogue? I think it was cousin Rogue sent this to me and said, Cousin Janice, you have got to listen to this sister. Her name is Dr. Blue. Okay. Let me escape. Her name is Dr. Blue, and she did a skit calling Carrie Turner and Jamal. Girl, cousins, I listened to the whole thing. Girl, I fell out, okay? And then she gave a whole powerful word at the end of the tape, okay? So I'm going to play just about 10 or 15 minutes of it. If anybody know her Cash App, could you please let me know so I could Cash App an offering for her? I looked below this video and I didn't see the Cash App. So if y'all know her Cash App, please send it to me. Again, her name is Dr. Blue on YouTube. She only have 2 videos up, but from the comments, it sounded like maybe she was on and then she got off and then she's back. But it was so hilarious. The reason why I think it's because Rogue sent this to me, is like people in my comments are talking about, oh, you just jealous, because they don't know I have a whole husband that I didn't steal and it wasn't, being, loose with. But I want you to know that the Christian community is on this. Okay. So it's not just Janice over here running her lips. Be sure to subscribe, cousins. Thank you. Go over to Dr. Blue, subscribe to her channel. She's at almost at 10,000 subscribers. Leave a comment. Let her know cousin Janice sent you over there. I did leave a comment on her because I was listening and I was just hollering, okay? I was hollering. I think I listened to it on Thursday. So be sure to subscribe to her channel, leave a comment for her, and if you know her Cash App, please message me. So maybe I should check for an email or something. So I'll check. I'll email her. So again, this is a skit. This is a skit of her calling Carrie and Jamal Bryant. And girl, when I say I was on the floor. All right, okay. Let me let y'all hear. Let me let y'all hear. Okay. Let me let y'all hear. I did speed it up a little bit so that we can get through the 15 minutes and just so that I don't have any issues with YouTube because, YouTube's been on me, okay? All right, here we go.
Hello. Grace and peace, Carrie. How are you? I'm doing well. How's it going? Good. No problem. It was my privilege to be able to go ahead and give you a call this evening. Yes, I know that this is a topic that is all over the internet. You are the topic of discussion, you and Jamal's engagement. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, let me go ahead and get Jamal on the line.
Yes.
And then we can go ahead and get it started, okay? All right, hold on for a second, all right?
Call him. I don't know if she's a pastor or something, prophet, I don't know. But her channel's Dr. Blue. Yes, call Jamal. Yes. Again, this is a skit, guys, okay? I want to remind you it's a skit.
Hi, Jamal. Hey, how you doing? Hold on a minute. Let me merge the call. Carrie, are you there? Great. No, it was my pleasure to go ahead and be able to call you guys. I actually just arrived into Charleston, South Carolina. I had to take care of something personal, so I flew in this evening. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a call to offer some wisdom
Yes, wisdom.
or what have you,
Uh-huh.
as it pertains to. Jamal, I really want to talk to Carrie.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to be on the line just for full disclosure and full transparency.
Right.
Although I'm going to talk to her in private as well. But this is something that we need to discuss.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk.
Yes.
Now, Carrie, here's what you need to know. I understand that you desire to be married.
Yes.
You're a beautiful woman.
Yes.
And therefore, you're eligible, you're educated, you're available for marriage.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, why shouldn't you aspire to be married?
Right.
Okay, that's great. And we know that you are on the cleric staff over at New Birth. Now, Carrie, let us go back to a couple of years ago when Jamal was reading from an upside down binder trying to get Monique Samuel straight.
Yes,
because
upside
of some
down
things that she said during the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. And she made some claims, and there was some innuendo outside of that evening, outside of what Monique had to say. There was some innuendo, speculation, gossip, and etc. about you and Jamal possibly dating.
Yes.
Now, Carrie, I don't know whether you heard my broadcast a couple of years ago, but I was talking to another colleague, and I said to her, and Jamal, I'm going to say this with you sitting right here. I said to her, see, Jamal, at that time you were going with Tweet.
Ooh!
The singer Tweet. You remember her, right?
Yes.
You were going with her. And that was during the time that you and Dewey Smith and Reverend Quick, and it was another preacher, and you guys had a round table daytime talk kind of a show called The Preachers. And it was similar to The View, but you guys were the preachers. And that show never really went anywhere, as I didn't really believe that it would, but it didn't. But one particular day, you brought Tweet on stage, and she sat beside you, etc. And I didn't believe then that relationship was going to go anywhere, Jamal.
Right.
And I told my colleague after, she and I were discussing and talking about that. And I told my colleague, Jamal, that it appears to me that you have a rump around type.
Ooh.
And then you have a marrying type.
Yes.
See, Gazelle and Carrie look like they could be sisters.
Yes, they do. Come on, Pastor.
You obviously have a marrying type.
Yes.
Then you have a type that you just have,
fun with,
involvement with. Remember that preacher, Reverend Tanya Griffin?
Yes.
She was dark skinned. Right?
Yes.
Kind of like the other women in your life that you love.
Yes.
Your mother, Cecilia Bryant, is dark skinned. Your sister is dark skinned. You dark skinned. Your daddy dark.
Jesus.
And things. But Tanya Griffin is a dark skinned woman who I don't remember whether she has a conferred doctorate degree. There was a lot of questionability around her. So I can't be for certain what I don't recall at this time. But I know that people were calling her Dr. Tanya Griffin. But Jamal, people were calling you Dr. Jamal Bryant while you were pretending to have a doctorate from Oxford and you didn't have one, but you were telling everybody that you did. And they were calling you Dr. Jamal Bryant. Do you remember that? Carrie, did you know about that? Okay. Well, and see, Jamal, you had a thing with Tanya Griffin and all of that. And Tanya took some pictures of you and her. Well, no. Let me rephrase. She took some unknowingly, unsuspecting pictures of you. She took a picture of you on when you had your back turned. Okay, evidently she had flown, I think, out to Arizona when you were in a preacher's conference or something, and she met you out there allegedly, presumably. And she took a picture of you and you had your back turned, etc. You were asleep or something. Then she took a picture in your bathroom of just herself. Then she took a picture of some art that you have on your floor. Now, I got the impression that she was documenting and proving the fact that she was, in fact, in your presence. And see, I took
Come on, preacher.
I took great issue with that.
Uh-huh.
And what I was saying at that time is that when you um, have to gather evidence to solidify and prove that you were with a man because he doesn't value you enough to admit to the world and parade you around and go out in the public with you on his arm.
Yes.
And show you off to his constituents.
Yes.
When you're a secret, that says a lot about how much value he associates with you.
Yes.
Or how much value he assigns to you. And then you have Tweet. Tweet is a dark-skinned girl.
Yes.
She's a beautiful girl. But you didn't make it to the throne room. You didn't make it to the altar.
Yes.
You didn't make it. You didn't make it nowhere with her.
Yes.
And y'all ended up breaking up, and there was some public discussion. I believe her daughter came out and made a statement, if I'm not mistaken, on social media about how hurt her mother was. Or was it Tweet that talked about how hurt she was? I don't really recall, but there was some discussion.
Yes,
around the broken heart of that woman.
Jesus.
You see. And then now, there was some talk, around reunion time, because there was some discussion and some innuendo that you would be getting back with Gazelle. And I know her name is pronounced Giselle. I'm aware of that. And you, that kind of fell off.
Yes.
Y'all didn't get together, whatever. And there was some talk about you going with Carrie.
Jesus.
While you were holding that upside down binder, and you had upside on down binder. I am a black angel from Africa hoodie on, and you were holding that binder upside down, and you were attempting to read Monique Samuel down to the basement level of her palatial estate. And you went on to say that you and Carrie didn't have anything going on, and that the reason why she became an associate pastor at New Birth was because out of all of the candidates that put forward their curriculum vitae or their resume, that she emerged out of all of the candidates. Okay. Everybody had to kind of take that answer because no one had any proof that you were lying.
Jesus.
And nobody really cared if you were lying because both of you were single. I think you even made that point that if you choose to date, that's your prerogative because you're in fact single, which is true. That was a true statement.
That's true.
Then Tasha K.
Yes, come on,
put
Tasha.
out a video some time ago saying that she saw you with some beautiful woman in the ice cream shop down in Florida.
Yes, she did.
And that the woman recognized you.
Or
recognized her, excuse me. The woman that you were with recognized Tasha K.
Right.
And that the both of you all ran out of that ice cream shop like it was on fire. Like it was on fire.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then Tasha later on, through independent research, discovered that the woman that was seen running out of the ice cream shop was allegedly you, Carrie.
Right. That was
allegedly you, Carrie.
That was her.
Now, somehow or another, way yonder, here it is now. We're 3 years later?
Yes, 3 years later.
And Jamal, you thought it not robbery to bring Carrie to the front of the church.
Yes.
And to announce to New Birth that she is your intendant. That y'all are engaged. And that she has agreed to become your wife.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Do I have my details correct?
Yes, you do, preacher. Come on now, bring the word.
Now, Carrie, what I want to say to you
bring the word.
Carrie, you are no dummy. And you are fully aware of Jamal's past.
Yes, she is.
You are fully aware of all of the scandal.
Yes,
associated with his name.
Yes.
You are aware of all of the issues. You're aware of some of his previous romantic partnerships.
Yes.
You're aware of some of these children that he has fathered outside of the covenant of marriage.
Come on, Pastor. Yes.
You are aware of all of those things.
Yes.
And you are aware of Jamal's previous shall I say, propensity
Yes.
to allegedly go outside of the confines
That's the
of his
word.
marriage to find
Propensity.
companionship.
Yes.
You're aware of that.
Yes, she is.
And it's because you are aware of all of this,
Uh-huh.
it causes me to raise the question of, what are you after?
What you after? Come on, Pastor.
What do you want?
What do you want? Yes.
What do you hope to gain?
Yes. Bring the word.
What is it about Jamal?
Yes.
What are you looking to ascertain?
Uh-huh.
Do you really love Jamal?
Jesus.
Or are you playing chess and not checkers?
Ooh,
what do I mean by
she
that?
playing
My question
chess.
is, Jamal is a man of a certain age. How
Yeah.
old is Jamal? About 55?
53. Come on, Pastor. Yeah. Ooh, this
How
is
old
the
is
word
Jamal?
today.
He's 53.
I don't even gotta
He
go to
looks
church
older
on
than that,
Sunday.
but he's 53.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's 53
Uh-huh.
with a few children.
Few.
We know that he has a daughter. He had a daughter. He fathered a daughter with a woman when he was, I think, in either high school or college.
Uh-huh.
He has a set of twins with Gazelle.
Uh-huh. He got 2 daughters.
He has a little boy that he had with some other woman.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And there's some talk.
Bring
There's
the
some talk of
word.
some other kids.
How many kids you got?
Now, my question to you, Carrie,
yes,
is, are you entering into an atmosphere conducive? In other words, are you setting yourself up for a payday?
Jesus. Come on.
Are you setting yourself up for a payday?
Come on, prophetess.
What do I mean by that?
Prophesy.
You know that Jamal has all kinds of proclivities and propensities. Do you honestly believe? Because remember now, you're just a younger version of Gazelle.
Yes, younger version.
He stepped out on Gazelle.
Right.
What makes you think? What do you think that you have?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that is different?
Yes.
What do you think you have that's different than what Gazelle had?
Right, right. Come on, Pastor.
Remember, back then they were both young.
They were young.
Gazelle was young and beautiful, just like you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, she was younger and more beautiful than you are right now. To that. No shade, but it's true. And she was still not enough.
Right.
She was not enough.
She wasn't enough.
They were married with children. He was a pastor of a burgeoning, thriving, fast-growing AME church in the DMV area. He had everything going for himself, but that beautiful wife was not enough.
Jesus.
I ask you, what makes you so much different? What makes you think that you are getting ready to be enough? What makes you think that your sex is going to be so much of the bomb.com that will keep his wandering penis under lock and key and only getting ready just for you? What makes you think that you are any different than Gazelle? Granted, Jamal is getting old. Jamal is 53. He does need a wife. Are you looking to have any children?
Jesus.
Do you think it is possible that you will be the second former Mrs. Jamal Bryant?
Jesus.
Do you honestly think that this is going to last?
Woo, Lord.
What does Jamal want from you?
What does he want from you?
Is Jamal just tired of being single?
Glory!
Does Jamal just feel like he just needs somebody that he can just, be a companion with? Is Jamal tired of walking through the airport by himself? Is Jamal tired of, just randomly dating?
Yes.
Does Jamal want the honor and the respectability of being someone's husband?
Jesus. Ooh, that's the word.
Come
on, ladies.
Is Jamal tired of just being, a single man in Atlanta?
Woo.
Has Jamal Has Jamal awoken? And has Jamal looked in the mirror and looked at the fact that he's not young anymore and began to assess his body for what it really is?
Assess his body.
Has Jamal started looking in the mirror and thinking about the fact that he's 53 and what's going to happen when he begins to experience ED, erectile dysfunction? What woman is going to want him then?
Preach.
It is better to be selected by a man when he's in his prime.
Yeah.
So you can get his best years.
Yes.
See, Jamal is on the decline.
Uh-huh.
He's 53. He's on the decline.
Yes, he's on the decline.
Y'all might have 7 good years
7
together,
good
and he's going to be
years.
60. Are you a stroke to his ego?
Ooh.
Does it make him look good and feel good, the fact that he can pull somebody that looks like you?
Mm-hmm.
The reality is you're a young woman.
Uh-huh.
And you're not in your prime either.
Jesus.
You look older than you really are.
Woo! Come on, Pastor.
And the way you present yourself and the way you dress is kind of hoochiemama.com.
Woo! Hotmama.com.
And it's not a good look.
Jesus. Come on, Pastor. Preach.
See, respectable men. See, one thing about a man that is respectable,
yes,
can always get a decent wife and a beautiful wife if he got enough money. But when a man has lost his respectability, it doesn't matter how much money he has, because we live in a day and a time where women don't need to marry well anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a day and a time where it is so easy to make money today. Mm-hmm. See, it used to be a time where you had to go to college and get 4 or 5 degrees and become a lawyer, a doctor, an Indian chief, a big pastor of some huge church and all that in order to be able to, live a good life. Uh-huh. That's not the case now.
Right. This is true.
That's not the case now.
Uh-huh.
See, respectability and character is really what's going to sustain and what's going to be able to pull these credible women. The point that I'm making is, if you marry Jamal, do you honestly believe that y'all are going to grow old together and you're going to live happily ever after?
Woo,
do you really
grow
believe
old
that?
Together. Come on, Pastor.
Do you really believe that?
Jesus. That's a word.
And if by chance Jamal decides to go and stick his dick somewhere other than you, then what will you do? Well, you'll probably
stick his what?
And you'll get a nice settlement in DeKalb County Family Court. Mm-hmm. You'll get a nice settlement.
Jesus.
If you stay with him longer than 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost going to be a naked you came in, naked you went out kind of a situation. You ain't going to leave rich. You're going to leave well, but you ain't going to leave right. And you ain't going to leave rich. Because the laws are not stacked up in your favor to leave rich.
Come on, Pastor.
You in Georgia, honey.
Preach.
I don't know where you from. But,
preach.
See, Gazelle will tell you, well, she probably going to tell you, but she has told America. Mm-hmm. She has told America when she was on Real Housewives of Potomac, she told America that she had a pedigree, that she was someone.
A pedigree.
That she was from the upper crust and the highest echelon possible. Yeah. That's what she said.
That's what she said. She said it.
And Jamal ended up breaking her heart. Yes. And Giselle's father ended up hating Jamal for that. And there was some other talk about how devastated Giselle was when their relationship went left. Yeah. You need to ask yourself, what is Jamal trying to marry you for? What does he want and or need from you?
What he trying to marry
because
you
if y'all
for?
Last
what he need from
until
you?
He's 60.
She preaching.
Even if y'all last for 3 years or 4 years.
Yes.
Do you believe that Jamal is going to keep his dick to himself?
Lord, do you believe he's going to keep the dingling to himself?
Think about it from this perspective. And I'm only asking a question. And Jamal, you sitting here looking at me all stupid, but whatever. Let me ask you something. Girl, no. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. And don't be cocking your head to the left. Because, see, you're going to be glad that I gave you this talk.
Yes.
Okay? Okay, so get your attitude under control, because I really don't care nothing about it.
Get your attitude under control.
See, if you marry Jamal, what is it about you?
Yes.
That makes you... See, nobody wants anybody until somebody else got them. See, right now you're attractive and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, all that's true. But what is your body going to look like when you get pregnant and after you have a baby?
Is she trying to have a baby?
I'm telling you how some of these men think.
Right. Come on, Pastor.
When you... Okay, let me help you. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Carrie.
Help her. Help her out. Come on. That's a word, church. Come on, church. Yes. Give her the word, Pastor.
Hold on a minute, Carrie.
Hold on, girl. Hold on. Don't you go nowhere. Get this word. Get all this wisdom. Cousins, I hope y'all is listening. Take notes, honey. We getting a lot of wisdom here today. Hallelujah. Comment below. Wisdom.
Okay,
Let's
Carrie,
see
let me
who
ask
watched
you
it to
something.
this level. Wisdom.
Let me show you something.
Wisdom.
Just hold on 1 second.
Hold on.
See, you gotta ask yourself that question.
Huh.
Is he relevant what Jamal is telling you?
Yes.
Is he relevant what he's saying through his lips? That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. Okay. But what is going to happen when you are no longer fine?
Jesus.
What's going to happen? See, this is how you look right now.
Ooh.
But all you got to do is get pregnant. That's all you need to do is get pregnant. That's all you need to do.
All you need to do is get pregnant.
Once you get pregnant.
Is she trying to have a baby?
And you have your baby. It's going to be a different situation. It's going to be a different situation. You're not going to look like this anymore.
Ooh, come on, Pastor.
You're not going to look like this anymore. And do you honestly think? You honestly think that Jamal is going to still want you?
Jesus, is he
or
still going to want
you? What makes you think? You do know that somebody, look, this is how you look right now. You ain't going to look like that forever. Especially after you get pregnant.
Come on, Pastor.
Your hips are going to be much wider than they are right here. Your breasts are going to be much bigger, but they ain't going to be sitting up. They're going to be laying to the left and to the right, and they're going to be sagging and whatever. And you're going to be down there to Dr. Curves trying to get your body back.
Dr. Curves, yes.
You have to ask yourself, what is it about you?
What is it about
that you think you are going to be able to secure Jamal and he's not going to go off anywhere? And if Jamal does step out on you, what are you going to do?
What you going to do? Come on.
You got to prove it first.
Yes.
Now, if this is any consolation to you, I said about 4 years ago, and I've said it since then, and I'll say it tonight too.
Say it again.
I originally said about 4 years ago that if Jamal Bryant don't get himself together and stop, traipsing around with all these women, that somebody is going to set him up and lie on him and say that he forced his way onto them.
That's what they're going to do.
Be lying, but it ain't going to matter because his reputation and character is so questionable that everybody's going to believe it. I said that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And that will happen if Jamal marries you.
Yes.
And he gets out there and goes to the left.
Yes.
And tries to screw some other woman while he's married to you. That's what's going to happen. She going to get mad. Yes. Because he going to throw it up in her face where you know I was married. You know I got a wife and this, that, and da-da-da-da-da. And that woman is going to say that he took it from her. And that's going to be your exit strategy right there. To be able to divorce him. Everybody in Christendom will feel sorry for you. And you will walk away with a big old check. New Birth will have another scandal, but they're going to have to pay you. And then you'll be able to build your ministry on the back of your husband's scandal.
Jesus.
That's what it is.
Prophesy.
If Jamal lose his mind.
Prophesy.
Jamal, you hear me?
Yes.
You know I've said this.
Yes, you did.
Jamal, if you marry this girl, you're going to have to walk a tightrope.
Tightrope.
You're going to have to walk a tightrope.
Walk a tightrope.
If you marry this girl, Jamal, you are going to have to walk a tightrope.
Yes.
Now, Jamal, my question to you is, okay, Carrie, just hold the line.
Hold, Carrie.
Jamal, my question to you is, what do you want with this girl?
What you want with her?
You want to make her your wife? Well, that's what you said on Sunday. Now, we here on Tuesday. Yeah. My question to you, it's time for the truth.
Yeah.
What do you want from this girl?
What you want?
What do you want from her? Is it that you just feel like you're getting old, and you realize that really it ain't old. Cute no more like it used to be when you were young? And do you realize do you feel like you want to go ahead and marry somebody now because you feel like if you don't get married, because you you feel like if you don't get married or whatever, that you're gonna lose your opportunity.
Jesus.
And by the time you get 55 and 60, ain't no fine woman gonna want you. Ain't no fine woman gonna want you. I'm surprised this fine woman right here wants you. Because any woman that is really, really attractive and really beautiful and really got it going on, why would she want you? Because and what I mean by that is, why would she want you when she can go hook up with some, ball player?
Woo!
Why would she want you when she can go hook up with some, successful attorney out there?
Right.
Why would she want you when she can get her one of them, neurosurgeons from over there at Emory Hospital? Why would she want you?
Why would she want you?
Who are you? Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Come on, Pastor.
Any woman that's bad to death like that in Atlanta, she ain't got to go to the church to find no man. There's too many men that got it going on far more than you, that don't have no questionable character, that got more money than you and more reachability than you and more influence than you. Why would she want you? And Carrie, that's my question.
Come on, preach.
Why do you want Jamal? Now, Carrie.
Yes.
Were you in some other relationship somewhere? Where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Like where did you come from?
Yes.
Exactly. You didn't just pop up one day and bam, you at Newburgh. You came from somewhere.
You came from somewhere.
And the question is, where did you come from and what were you involved in there?
Yeah.
Have you ever dated a preacher before? And if so, who was that? What happened with that relationship?
Yes. Yeah.
Were you on staff at some other church?
Yes, she was, Pastor. Yes, she was.
What is your resume?
Yes.
You see. What is your resume? This is my question.
A whole word.
Where did you come from?
Where you came from?
I'm on your website right now.
Yes.
And it says that you have a bachelor's from Morris Brown College. Now, Morris Brown.
We're going to end it after this, y'all. Y'all going to have to listen to the rest of it.
I know they lost their accreditation in 1999, right? When that president, Dr. Dolores.
1995. Lexi's 94. Lexi 30 next month.
So how old are you? About 48?
48.
I'm asking.
Yes.
And then you got your master's. You got your master's from Emory. You got your master's of divinity from Emory, from Candler School of Theology over at Emory. Then it says, and you haven't updated your website because it says that you were pursuing your doctorate, but you have since then had your doctorate conferred. But there's nothing, I don't see anything on here about who you are.
Yes.
Where you come from.
Where you come from.
Your ministerial record.
Yes, ministerial. Who's your pastor? Who's your pastor?
Ministerial record. Right?
Yes.
Now, on LinkedIn, you have the name of your business or organization is The Girl Bible Inc. The Girl Bible Inc.
The Girl Bible Inc. Apparently she hasn't been reading her Bible.
Now, the Girl Bible Inc. is a modern guide for Christian women.
Modern guide for Christian women, how to sleep with pastors.
Incorporated. Okay. And you pledged in 2002. You got to be pushing 50. You must be.
You pushing 50.
Pushing 50. Or close to it.
Yes.
Now, do you have any children?
Do you have any children?
What makes you feel that you marrying Bryant or Jamal puts you on the proper trajectory? What makes you feel that marrying Jamal puts you on the proper trajectory?
Yes. All right, y'all. We're going to have to stop right here. I don't want to play all the video, but I'm going to link it below, and I want you guys to go over there and watch it from the beginning on regular mode. I speed it up a little bit. When I say I was on the floor, I don't know why I kept getting up off the floor. I should just stayed on the floor. So please go on over to Dr. Blue, listen to the rest of the video, leave a comment, let her know because Janice sent you. And if you know her Cash App, I got to read her, see if I find a Cash App for her. Let me know what you think. Listen to the rest of the video. There is so much wisdom in this video, even for single women dating. There is so much wisdom. Who is she? Who's your pastor? Who can we call to talk to about your Carrie? I'm gonna come back and do another video because Tasha Casey, she was down in Texas allegedly sleeping with pastors, trying to get the pastors to leave their wives. So we gonna come back and talk about that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Go on over to Dr. Blue. Check her channel out and the video. I'm going to link it below. Okay. I'm going to link it below. You could go back and watch all of the video and leave a comment for her. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Maybe I can do another part if you guys like this video. And I'll do another part. Thank you again for your love and support. Those of you picking up my books on Amazon, 23 times the guys you might meet. Jamal Church Ho Wolf in Sheep's Clothing is in there. My In Christ I Am, You Got to Know Your Identity, Moments of Gratitude set is over there. Don't give boyfriends husbands benefits. 10 years a girlfriend. Carrie was a space saver down there at the church in Georgia. Take your cookie off the table and stop giving it to the pastor. The Naked Wife is also available. Moments of Gratitude, the Bible series. Listen, y'all, I got so much books over there. The My Husband Profile course is going on right now. My plan is to pre-record it so those of you who want it can listen when you can. My first book, Praying for Our Children, I'm doing a redo on this book, so hopefully it'll be out for September for back to school. And I got one more book here. My Freedom Money is coming. Here you go. Freedom Money. Oh, I gotta get my cover designer to add let me email her right now. My Freedom Money, honey. That's why I'm retiring in 7 years at the young age of 52. I love you, my darlings. Comment below. Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye.